to trap us in virtual reality. And I actually mean that literally. In the last couple of weeks, you may have noticed some of your apps were suddenly stamped with Meta, where Facebook used to be, or maybe you caught the memes of Mark Zuckerberg's weird rollout video announcing that Meta was his company's new name because the metaverse is his company's new primary focus. He's using the same utopian language he used to convince everyone, himself included, that Facebook would be a global force for good 15 years ago. The difference is that now we know he wields his power to make us angrier, lonelier, dumber, less healthy, and more addicted. This tech will be quickly adopted by employers and churches and other institutions because we've been convinced that efficiency is actually efficient, that turning humans into floating avatars makes them the best, most productive versions of themselves. It's a trap, just like Twitter and Instagram and email. It's a trap, just like Twitter and Instagram and email.
All right, Shalom. This is Harwan by Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. I want to say Kal Halayim, Le Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Harakah Kodash, Ma'amath. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders. Shalom to you, Akim, and Akwatim, and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. Jeremiah 8:3. And death shall be chosen rather than life by all the residue of them that remain of this evil family, which remain in all the places whither I have driven them, saith Yahweh of hosts, of armies. All right. So people are choosing death rather than life right now through all the traps that are being set. All right. They're choosing death. They're choosing sin. They're choosing this new world order. And that word meta, I think it's a mayawath. All right, it means to die completely, to completely be put to death. And that's what they're doing, man. This is Esau's version of overkill, you know, creating this virtual world, man. They're going to trap the minds of the people. All right. And they already started it with the email, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. All right, so some are choosing death, man. They're choosing this system. They're choosing Esau's imaginations. You know, Psalms 124:1, because this new meta, it's going to have people bug the hell out even more. All right, connecting them to a system, dealing with NFT, blockchain, social media, while all hell breaking loose on the earth and their rights being stripped away from them. And your time on the internet or on that social media site will be sold to other corporations, and your privacy. When a voodoo doll type avatar will be created, is created for each individual that has social media. All right, and they judge you. What is it called? Social Dilemma. You gotta look that movie up. Social Dilemma. All right. It says Psalms 124:1. So we should be thankful that Yahweh Shem Yahushai has woken us up through the spirit of his son, Yahushai, the spirit of truth. All right. Psalms 124:1. A song of degrees of David. If it had not been for Yahweh who was on our side, now may Israel say. So if it had not been for the Most High that's on our side, is it what? We should have been like Sodom and Gomorrah, which is destroyed completely. But the Lord left a remnant. You know, if it wasn't for the Lord, man, on our side, scripture say, let me get that. This is Matthew 24:22. And except those days should be shortened. So the Lord's going to shorten his time. He's going to return in the midst of it. All right. And destroy Esau's new world order that they're trying to set up, their agenda. The Lord said they shall not feel quietness in their belly. All right, Matthew 24 and 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. All right, just like I was watching a video earlier on one of the brothers' channels, they were speaking about, they showed a clip of this woman speaking about the refiner's fire, how they refine the silver. And with that concept, you think about Yahweh Shai refining the silver and gold and how he has to watch it intently and take it out of the fire before it's, before it's too late, or not prematurely or too late. If not, it'll be tarnished and damaged. So that's what the Lord is doing with the elect of Israel. All right, keeping the hopeful elect in the furnace of adversity and affliction until the proper moment where the Lord's going to remove them out of that affliction. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened, man. All right. So what days? It says Matthew 24 and 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be. And that was 2,000 years ago, or 70 AD. But you got the same type of mindset that's going to happen now. All right, but this time the Lord's going to deliver the elect. You got all hell breaking loose. Esau's coming in rushing in like a flood. Meaning from every direction as well, creeping in, utterly drowning the people. And he's setting up traps from every direction. It's all spiritual battle. All right, Ephesians 6 and 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And that's what they've set up, especially through social media and that Meta and Mark Zuckerberg, setting traps. But we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness and principalities, these in high places, man, these rich elites. Because you got the new age elites, which people like Elon Musk, Zuckerberg, Bezos of Amazon, all these new oligarchs that are challenging the old oligarchs. All right, so people like Zuckerberg, they're doing the bidding of the Illuminati. So the Lord said this: wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, because that's what you're going to have in these times. You're going to have faith. All right, you got to study. You got to believe. The scriptures say, "Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of these prophecy." So we got to allow ourselves to hear and to get fed and edified and built up in the faith. So these tricks like the social media, the fucking virtual world they're creating, it won't confuse or deceive the hopeful elect. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able. See, this is a powerful shield, man, that faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. So wherewith it ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. All right. And that Meta is a fiery dart that's being shot at the people. Psalms 124 and 2, if it had not been Yahweh who was on our side when men rose up against us, so Esau and these other heathens, they're all raising up against really the elect of Israel. Then they had swallowed us up quick when their wrath was kindled against us, right? If it wasn't for the Lord, they would have devoured us quickly. 1 Peter 5 and 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And how? Through the spirits that leaped out of the dragon like a frog, through the banking system, through their religious system, right? And also through their military and through the police departments and such. You get angry, you go out and hurt somebody, cause a crime, or do something stupid, you go to jail. You try to get your house in order, you have to put your woman in check or something, or your children, you go to jail, something like that. You miss a payment on something or a ticket, you can't pay it, you go to jail. So these are all traps. The religious system, they deal with most of the hospitals, St. Paul's Church Hospital, St. Baptist Medical South, and so it's all a setup. It's a trap. Then you got social media, the internet, the unicorn, all right, and YouTube. So it says here, so the devil's the deceivers, they're going about deceiving people, seeking whom they can devour with that deception. Devour people wholeheartedly, completely, not partially, not lukewarm, but they want to make them cold completely, man. Instead of being hot and their candles lit. So the devil, the deceivers are seeking whom they may devour. And they're roaring like a roaring lion. All right. And just like a roaring lion that has teeth, right? It says what? Verse 3. Then they had swallowed us up quick when their wrath was kindled against us. Their wrath. Check this. Revelations 12. I'll start from 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed, Yahushua, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down. See, the Edomites going to be cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. And they overcame him by the blood of Yahushua. So that's how we're going to overcome, through faith in Yahushua, the testimony of Yahushua, and faith that he's risen up on the right hand of the Father. All right. And that the deed was done, that he was crucified for our salvation. We have faith in that. And by the word of their testimony, and they love not their lives unto death, man. And that's what time we coming to. We got to love not our lives and present our bodies as a living sacrifice. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. That's why they're moving quick. They're pushing this agenda, this great reset, the New World Order, all these different social media platforms and meta world and virtual worlds and NFT worlds, Binance, finance, crypto coin, all these different versions of coinage, because they know they have but a short time, a short window of opportunity. All right. Psalms 124 and 3. Then they had swallowed us up quick when when their wrath was kindled against us, all right? Because if it wasn't for the Lord being with us, we'd have already been consumed. All right, Malachi 3 and 6. For I am Yahweh, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed, man. So the Lord always loved Jacob, always loved Israel, forever. You know, and he said, what? Therefore, we're not consumed. And he said, if the heaven and the earth pass away, then tell the children of Israel, be no more. And that's never going to happen. The Lord set up the heavens so that they'll be forever, just like us, for eternity. All right, Psalms 126 and 4. Then the waters had overwhelmed us. The stream had gone over our soul. What would that be? That'd be Esau rushing in like a flood to drown the people, to overwhelm us. All right. But if it wasn't for the Lord, man, we'd have been overwhelmed and drowned in what they're bringing. Then the proud waters had gone out over our soul, man. What's that? The proud waters. This is Obadiah 1 and 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord, concerning Edom, right, the Edomites. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. So Esau's going to be hated, man. All right. Especially in the kingdom for 1,000 years. And then these other nations, they're going to hate him too. The pride of thy heart had deceived thee. See, Esau is that prideful one. You know, the pride of thine heart has deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. So that their pride represents their imagination, their own self-will, do as thou wilt. Whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Isn't that what Zuckerberg and them saying? And the government, Esau, these Edomites, these elites, Biden, Rothschilds. All right, I want to make this quick, but matter of fact, it says what? Psalms 124 and 5. Then the proud waters had gone over our soul. See, if the Lord wasn't with us, this is Psalm 17 and 8. Keep me as the apple of the eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. So we asking the Lord to focus on us just like he would with the silver and the gold, and watch over us and to protect us, you know, and hide us under the shadow of his wings, under the chariots, his protection. From the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies who compass me about, man. So they coming up with all these different social media sites to put people to more spiritual death. They attacking them physically and spiritually. They are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth they speak proudly. Isn't that not Esau? Because of their riches, they speak proudly of their agenda and their plans and their mandates. They have now compassed us in our steps. They have set their eyes bowing down to the earth. See that? They've done that. They're doing that now. Seeking whom they may devour. Like as a lion that is greedy of his prey. Overkill, right? And as it were a young lion lurking in the secret places. Like the devil. Seeking whom he may devour. Arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him. Cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. From men which are thy hand, O Yahweh, from men of the world, which have their portion in this life, whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasures. They are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to the babes. So, yeah, man, so the Lord is about to disappoint these devils, man. You know, talking about the damn metaverse. When meta means to die completely. Mayawath. Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord, Yahweh, from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. So from the east and west, all over the world. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, and the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. Whew. So when they come in rushing like a flood, the enemy, Esau, all right, the Lord gonna lift up a standard against them. See, if the Lord wasn't on our side, we would not have that standard that's gonna be lifted up. All right, this is Psalms 124 and 5. Then the proud waters had gone over my soul. See, when they come and rushing like a flood, Jake gonna lose, man. They're gonna tap out. You know, scriptures say Jake gonna win the race war. That's gonna happen according to prophecy in these last days. But ultimately, a lot of Jake's gonna do just like they did during 169 BC when they got Hellenized by Antiochus Epiphanes. They're gonna sell out, turncoat. Verse 6, blessed be Yahweh who have not given us as a prey to their teeth, man. And Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, and the social media represent part of their teeth, man. To be able to bite and, you know, lock on to the people. Our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers. All right, the snare represents that trap. And scriptures say this. It says Jeremiah 12 and 9. Mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about are against her. Come ye assemble, all the beasts of the field, come to devour. All right, so we're like a speckled bird. So Psalms 124 and 7. Our soul, the elect, hopeful elect, is escaped as a bird, that speckled bird, all right, the Lord's heritage, out of the snare, the trap of the fowlers, which would be like bird catchers. All right, game catchers, man. And that's what this is, the Esau, big ass game. And they're seeking whom they may devour. That's it. So they can get millions off their birth certificate. Or their sweat equity, or just their information and privacy. All right. So the elect, their soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers, man. And you heard that woman say it, this is a trap. All these social media sites, it's a trap. You know, the snare is broken and we are escaped. So the elect are going to escape ultimately. And their system is going to be broken down. All right. And the power of their system is going to be broken. They won't be able to deceive the elect. Our help is in the name of Yahweh, who have made heaven and earth. Who gives a damn about a metaverse, a meta, Zuckerberg? We don't care about that mess, man. You know? So it's all about the one that created the heavens and the earth. All right, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. So with that, I'm going to say Shalom, man, because they got snares and traps and jinns everywhere in different forms and fashion, in the spirit and in the flesh, in the carnal, I mean. All right, snares for the fowlers. But the Lord said, what? Our help is in the name of Yahweh, who made heaven and earth. So with that, I'm going to say Shalom.